Welcome to our accountancy jobs webinar, and I trust that this webinar will prove to be beneficial to you. Let's go through our agenda for this webinar. I'm going to cover who we are. I'll talk about why £24,000 per annum. I'll then talk about accounting work experience and the importance of getting that work experience for you to get the job that you desire. We'll then go through interview techniques, interview skills, and then we'll look at how to perfect your CV. Okay, let's get started. I teach accounts. We specialize in offering academic and practical accounts tutoring and training courses. We offer AAT, ACCA, and CIMA private tuition, and we also run what are called job-specific accounting courses. And I'll talk a bit more about those courses towards the end of this webinar. Okay, so stay tuned. This will prove to be beneficial to you. Okay, why 24,000? Entry-level accounting jobs pay between 20 to 24,000 depending on your skills, depending on your qualification, and on your experience. Now, when we talk about entry-level accounting jobs, we're talking about positions like Sales Ledger Clerk, Purchase Ledger Clerk, Accounts Assistant, Bookkeeper. Those are what we call entry-level accounting jobs. And this webinar is targeted at people that are targeting entry-level accounting jobs. Okay, excellent. Let's move on. Let's look at work experience, and let's start by defining what we call work experience. Work experience is a period of time during which an individual works for a company or an organization in order to get experience of a particular type of work. Now, I need to emphasize that this is not restricted to paid work. It can be voluntary work. The important thing is you have that skills. You have those skills and are able to demonstrate it to the employer. Okay, now let's move. What are the different ways that you can get that work experience? Well, to start with, you could volunteer. Paid work experience is not limited to paid work, like I said earlier on. It can be voluntary work. It could be a charity that you work with or are in touch with. Why not approach them and volunteer to offer your services, and then at the end ask for a reference from them. Get the experience that you need. You can get it on a voluntary basis. Secondly, you could apply for apprenticeships. The apprenticeship program is a fantastic route, and you can get apprenticeships either under AAT, ACCA, CIMA. And the great thing about apprenticeships is you are studying and you're also working, and the bonus is you actually get paid for it. Now it's a minimum wage, but it's something. So you're getting the skills, the work experience that you need. You're getting paid, and you're also going to get a qualification at the end of the day. So it merges academic qualifications with practical skills, and then adds to it a salary. So this is a great route to take to get the work experience that you need. Another route is internships. You could apply for these large accountancy firms, and they take on internships. They will take you on, employ you, and train you at the same time. So you're getting the work experience and you're getting paid as well. So that's another route to get that work experience that you need. When you're applying, target entry-level roles. As I said earlier on, entry-level roles are positions like Sales Ledger Clerk, Purchase Ledger Clerk, Accounts Assistant, Bookkeeper. Those are the roles that you should be targeting if you don't have any work experience at the moment. Those are the roles that we're looking at. You could also shadow someone. You could look for somebody who works in an accounting environment and who is willing to work with you, and somebody who's willing to share their knowledge and their expertise with you. So if you're employed, look for somebody that you can shadow and learn from. Also, learn to draw from past experiences. Maybe you've been working for the past 3 years. Draw on that experience, even if it's not accounting experience. For example, let's say you were working in admin. Now, is that experience going to be beneficial to you when you're applying for an accounting position? Yes, it is. Why? Because an accounting position also has admin responsibilities to it. So that admin experience that you have is beneficial and will help you in getting that experience. So learn to draw from past experiences and use them as you apply for that job. Lastly, get practical skills through training programs. There are a lot of webinars out there that are being run, and they're free of charge, and you can learn online, or you can learn face to face, or you can actually pay to get the skills that you need to get. You need to understand that paying a small fee is nothing compared to getting an annual a salary, for example, that pays 24,000 per annum. So we need to weigh costs and benefits. If the benefit is far higher, then it's worth it. And so getting those practical skills is important for you. Okay, let's move on now. How do you get those jobs? Number one, it's good to network. It's invaluable to network. It's a crucial skill to have for you to develop your accounting career. Networking is important, and that's why you'll find that organizations such as ACCA, CIMA, AAT encourage network platforms. It helps you to stay current. You get the latest news, the latest trend. You get to understand best practice in accounting. You are exposed to fresh ideas that you can implement in your workplace. You can learn about what is taking place in the marketplace. You can receive and give assistance within networks. You can also find referees, people who are willing to give you referees, professional referees, and you'll get all that through networking. You need to understand that the majority of job openings are filled by word of mouth. There's some people who don't apply for jobs through agencies. They get them through word of mouth. So networking is beneficial to you. You also need to learn software packages, accounting software packages. You need to understand that accounting software packages are vital to the needs of any business. So packages such as Sage 50, Xero, QuickBooks, FreshBooks, all these packages are important. And the fantastic thing is, when you've learned one package, it's very easy to learn other packages as well. So these accounting packages such as Sage 50 simplify data entry. They fast track processes, so and they automate reports and analysis. So it's very important that you learn these software packages. The other thing I need to say to you is don't disqualify yourself. Apply. If you see a position, vacancy that is being advertised, do not disqualify yourself. Apply for it. Go for it. Okay? Let's look at interview skills. Now, it's very, very important that you perfect your interview skills, because you need to understand that, first of all, the first thing that they look at, that the employer looks at before they see you, is your CV. The next thing is, if you're successful, you're then invited for an interview. So your interview skills, you need to work on your interview skills. You need to perfect them. Now, the first thing you need to do is research the organization that you're applying, that has the vacancy. Know the industry inside and out. You need to understand that first impressions are important. First impressions count. So when you go for that interview, dress properly, dress professionally, look good. It is important. It's also important to be honest and to be enthusiastic. It's also important to provide evidence, to demonstrate your skills, to demonstrate your competences. You need to be able to demonstrate them in the interview process. You see, it's very important when you're asked a question that you answer that question by using your past experiences and bringing those past experiences into the interview process. For example, they could ask you, what is your experience in working in a team? And let's say in the past you've worked for McDonald's, and you were a man, maybe you were responsible for a team. Take that experience and use it to explain and to demonstrate your team working skills. You could be asked about communication skills. Draw from past experiences, situations where you have used your communication skills. So you need to demonstrate these skills to the employer. Now, you need to understand that accountants are communicators. So this issue of communication is important. You are more than just a number cruncher. You are a communicator. So in that interview, communicate well and demonstrate it to them that you're able to communicate financial information. If you're asked a question and the question is ambiguous and you don't understand it, ask for clarification. Don't be quick to answer if you're not sure what they are asking for. Ask for clarification. Make sure that you understand the question before you respond. If at the end they will say to you, do you have any questions? You must have questions. Prepare in advance. Ask about your career path, say to them, where do you see yourself as an organization in the next 5 years? Ask them about that. By asking that question, what you're demonstrating is you are ambitious, you desire to develop within the organization. If the organization, if the position is an audit position, ask audit questions. If it's a management accounting role, ask management accounting questions. If it's a financial accounting, ask financial accounting questions. If it's a tax position, ask for tax related questions. It's important for you to do that. Excellent. Let's move on. Let's look at professional qualifications. Now, one of the important things that you need to do is to get or to work towards getting a professional qualification. It's very, very important. Maybe for the last 3 years you've been in uni and you've been studying and you've come out with an accounting degree. Well done. That is fantastic. But you know what? That degree is foundational to your career, you need a professional qualification such as ACCA, CIMA, ACA, CPA, AAT. Those are professional qualifications, and those type of questions, qualifications, give you an edge over the rest of the candidates. You also need to understand that there's a high demand for professional qualifications. They can make you or break you. Employers prefer candidates that have professional qualifications, and when you have a professional qualification, you will enjoy a good career prospect. You also need to understand that professional qualifications such as ACCA, CIMA, ACA, CPA, AAT are globally recognized and are respected. So when you've gained a professional qualification, you can easily move to another country and still get jobs, because that qualification is relevant globally. Okay. Also, you can add a prestigious acronym next to your name: ACCA, CIMA, CPA, ACA. It makes you look good and makes you look professional. Okay. Now we want to look at the CV, it's very important that you perfect your CV and that your CV looks professional. Okay, now I've just placed in front of you CV. Now I need to say that there's no one right way of preparing a CV. There's so many different ways that you can do it. So this is just an example. At the top you'd put your name. You'd also put, sorry, this is not supposed to say job title, but it's actually supposed to say address. You'd put your address, then telephone number and email address. Then you start with your professional profile. In your professional profile, what you want to tell the reader is what your job title is and the scope of your expertise. You also want to explain the qualities that you are bringing to the work, to that particular position that makes you shine. This is your one and only chance to grab the attention of the reader. So be bold and don't hold back. Now this is supposed to say chance. Okay, so it's your one and only chance to grab the attention of the reader. So be bold and don't hold back. And end by describing the overall difference you'll make to the success of that organization, and keep that profile within four lines length. Okay, so keep it brief. Now here's an example. Adaptable bookkeeper, committed to accuracy and proficient at maintaining books of accounts, capable of handling complex functions in a timely, efficient manner, ability to successfully complete multi-tasks, adept time manager, and a committed team member, efficient and effective in finance and administrative operation. So this is an example. Again, I need to say there's no one right way of doing this. Draw from your skills, from your strength, and then put that into your professional profile. Now notice that this profile uses keywords and key phrases. It's very, very important. Proficient at maintaining books of accounts, capable of handling complex functions in a timely, efficient manner, ability to successfully complete multitasks. Keywords, key phrases are important. Here's another example of keywords and key phrases. Self-motivated, integrity, business acumen and interest, organizational skills, teamworking ability, communication and interpersonal skills, proficient in Sage 50 accounts and Xero. So that's an example. Okay, let's now move to the career history. You put the date, the starting date and the finishing date. with that particular employee. You put your job title and the name of the employer. You could briefly describe the organization, the services provided, and any interesting details such as turnover or number of employees. This describe the main focus and scope of your role. That's important. Now, one key important thing is you need to put in bullet points your your responsibilities and also your achievements. What did you do? What did you achieve? For example, I increased the sales turnover from 20,000 to 50,000. That's an example. Or I maintained a budget, a $50,000 budget. Or I performed reconciliations for 5 cost centers within a space of 2 days, something like that. Give measurable achievements that can be measured. That's very, very important. Now, another key area is this area, professional development. Okay, this is where you would put your certificate or membership number, the name of the institution, or the date. Okay, when we talk about professional qualifications, we're talking about your studies towards CIMA, ACCA, CPA, AAT. That's what comes under professional development, or anything else that you have done to develop you professionally. It could be you went to train in payroll management. Put that under professional development. And then you have your educational qualification. This is where your degree comes in, or your A levels and your O levels. Excellent. Okay, fantastic. I hope that has been beneficial. Okay, I talked at the beginning about the fact that we have what are called job specific training programs, and so I'm gonna cover those now. The first one is called Bookkeeper training. So we actually train you to become a bookkeeper. The duration of that program is 120 hours. This is an online training program. We start by looking at the job description for bookkeeper. Then you start to work on your CPD. CPD stands for continuous professional development. Then we look at Excel for accounting. Then sales will ask you to prepare the sales ledger, purchase ledger, sales ledger returns, purchase ledger returns. You'll also get to use Sage 50 accounts to set up customers, suppliers, set up ledger codes, post customer and supplier invoices, post customer and supplier credit notes, post receipts, match customer receipts with customer invoices, supplier payments with supplier invoices. We get you to prepare debtors and creditors control and their reports, and to prepare statements and to do reconciliations. We'll also take you through a session where you prepare your CV, your personal statement. We'll take you through a job market analysis, and also take you through interview techniques or interview skills as well. So that course runs for 120 hours. We also have another program called Assistant Accounting Training. The duration of it is 180 hours. Again, we'll take you through the assistant accountant job description. You do your CPD. You go through Excel, sales ledger, purchase ledger, cash flow statements, extended trial balance. You'll also use Sage 50 accounts. You'll also account for fixed assets, prepare debtors and creditors control, do bank reconciliations, maintain petty cash, and also do reconciliations for petty cash. You'll also prepare final accounts, trial balance, profit or loss, balance sheet, reports and returns. You'll also do presentation. We'll take you through sessions where you prepare your CV, personal statement, job market analysis, and also interview techniques. The next one is called the Sales Ledger Clerk training. So in this one, we're training you to be a sales ledger clerk. The duration is 90 hours. Again, we start with the Sales Ledger Clerk job description. You do your CPD, Excel for accounting, Sales Ledger returns. We take you through Sage 50, and specifically for on the Sales Ledger side, because we are focusing on, in this particular training program, we are focusing specifically on sales. So you'll be dealing with setting up customers, setting up ledger codes, posting customer invoices, credit notes, customer receipts, matching them with customer invoices, etc. Preparing debtors control reports, debtors statements, debtors reconciliations, etc., etc. You also do your CV preparation, personal statement, job market analysis, and go through interview techniques as well. We also have the Purchase Ledger Clerk training. The duration is 90 hours. Again, you'll go through the Purchase Ledger Clerk job description, CPD, Excel for accounting, Purchase Ledger and returns, Sage 50 accounts, and again you'll be focusing on the Purchase Ledger. Then you prepare creditors control, creditors reports, creditors statements, reconciliation. You'll maintain petty cash, and also teach you how to relate with creditors. You'll also help you to prepare professional CV, personal statement. You go through a job market analysis and also interview techniques. So the jobs you'll be applying for, targeting for this particular position is Purchase Ledger Clerk. So in your CV preparation, will help you to prepare that CV specifically for the Purchase Ledger, targeting the Purchase Ledger Clerk job vacancy. The same with the Sales Ledger Clerk and the Assistant Accountant and the Bookkeeper as well. Now, if you want to register for any of these courses, the Bookkeeper training program comes with an investment of £250. You can make a one-off payment, and if you do that, you'll receive a 15% discount. That's a savings of £37.50. Or you can pay you can go for payment terms and spread your payment over 6 weeks, which means you'll be paying £42 per week. If you're interested in the Assistant Accounting Training Program, it comes with an investment of £350. You can make a one-off payment of 50%. If you make a one-off payment, you'll receive a 15% discount. That's a savings of £52.50. Or you can pay in installments, which is £58 per week. If you're interested in the Sales Ledger Clerk training program, it's going for an investment of £200. You can make a one-off payment and receive a 15% discount. That's a savings of £30. Or you can pay in installments over a 6-week period, and which means you'll be paying £33 per week. And it's the same for the Purchase Ledger Clerk training program as well. It's £200. You can also get a 15% discount and save yourself £30, or you can spread your payment over 6 weeks and pay £33 weekly. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, what are the benefits if you come on to this program? Well, first of all, there's a 100% money back guarantee within 7 days. In the unlikely event that the training program does not meet your expectations, we will refund you 100% of your money within 7 days. If you're not happy about the training program for the first 7 days. One of the huge benefits of coming on to any of these programs is that you save time. A training program like the Bookkeeper training program, you are gaining three years worth of experience in 120 hours. That's 3 years worth of time that you have just saved. Now it's 100% cloud-based training. It comes with a flexible training schedule. We can work around your schedule, whether you're working full-time or studying full-time or working part-time. We can work with you. You'll also get a performance review. You'll go through a job market awareness session. You will learn how to use Sage 50 accounts. You will learn how to use Excel for accounting purposes. You will develop practical work-related skills. You will also develop report writing skills. You will improve your career opportunities. We will help you to make your CV and personal statement look professional. You'll also get I Teach certificates, one for the training you received. In other words, if you trained for the Bookkeeper training program, you'll get a certificate, a Bookkeeper certificate. Then you'll get a certificate for the Sage 50 and also for Excel for accounting. We'll also give you a reference letter that you'll give to your employers. You will also become well-rounded because we expose you to so many things. You'll also have a professional referee. Your accounting coach becomes your referee. When you register, you are assigned to an accounting coach, somebody who will walk with you and train you. He also becomes your referee. So whenever you're looking for employment and you need a reference, you're other than receiving a reference letter, if they need to phone someone, your referee is the one who will speak for you. You'll also get support in preparing your CPD or PER. Now, when you've finished, you can now apply for roles such as Sales Ledger Clerk, Purchase Ledger Clerk, Accounts Assistant, Bookkeeper, or Assistant Accountant if you come onto the Assistant Accounting program. And these jobs can pay up to $24,000 or even more depending on your qualification and depending on your skills. Now, maybe you've been watching this webinar and you feel that this is for you, this is for me, I want to register. Please go on to our website at teachaccounts.com and click on where it says course details and register. Click on there and then we'll talk you through how to register. Thank you so much for watching this webinar. I trust that it has been beneficial to you. Thank you. Goodbye.